and I mentioned it in my unboxing, but that issue where I was seeing lag was lag when I was trying to use the gallery. And the reason why that was is I had an SD card, 128 Samsung, that I put in a device when I got it, and that SD card was bad and corrupt. Now let's get to the S Pen. The S Pen, the features, honestly, I rarely use. Usually a week or so with the device, I use it because it's new. And then after that, like with the Note 2 and the Note 3, the S Pen is really just sort of forgotten. It's there, and every once in a while I'll pull it out just as, I don't know, to fool around with it. But quite honestly, I never really use it, and it could not be there. I try to use it more, but really, the functionality is great, but I just don't find myself using it that often. But if it is something that you like, there is some great features. You can take notes with it, you can draw with it, you have the action memo, which is pretty cool. A lot of things, but to me, you could easily get into Google Maps, type in that address, and then be there quicker than it would be to pull the S Pen, draw the thing out, and then link it into Maps. I'm sure it would come in handy if you need something really quick to jot something down. But yeah, to me, this is just my personal opinion. I just don't use the S Pen that often. So let's discuss the multi-window. You can resize your windows down to it's somewhere around a quarter of the normal size of the screen. And you do that by swiping up in the upper right or left hand corner and then down on an angle, and it'll automatically resize whatever app you're in. The problem with that is it only works with select apps. Hangouts, YouTube, the camera, those things all work, but something like Phoenix that I use for Twitter does not work. Facebook works, so sort of the larger apps work, the other ones do not, which is a little bit of a bummer because when you go to act, like sometimes if I'm one-handing holding the Note 4 and you swipe down from one of those corners expecting to get to your notifications so you can get into settings or look at, sometimes it doesn't work because it thinks you're trying to resize the screen, that app. You can also minimize it to a little circle that stays on top of everything that you're doing. The window also stays on top of everything you're doing, which is a little annoying. I don't know how that would be super handy because you can't really see. You've taken up a quarter of the screen real estate with this minimized app, so you can't really see what's going on in the background. So I think it's just sort of one of those Samsung little trickety-doos that they throw in there. Also, you have the actual